नमो बलप्रमथनाय नमः सर्वभूतगमनाय नमो मनोन्मनाय नमः अघोरेभ्यो खघोरेभ्यो घोर पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्र ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां ब्रह्माधिपतिर्ब्रह्मणोऽधिपति ब्रह्मा शिवो मे अस्तु सदा शिवो ॐ नमो हिरण्यवाहवे हिरण्यवर्णाय हिरण्यरूपाय हिरण्यपतयेऽम्बिकापतय उमापतये पशुपतये नमो नमः नानासुगन्धपुष्पाणि यथा कालभवानि च भक्त्या दत्तानि पूजार्थं गृहाण परमेश्वर यस्मात् परं न परमस्ति किञ्चित् तस्मात् नान्यो न ज्ञायोऽस्ति
ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः प्रणम्य रामाभिरमात्मधीपदम् जगत्प्रसूतिस्थितिसंयमायनम् तदात्मकान् शङ्करपूर्वकान् गुरून् मयोपदेशार्थविभाग उच्यते in passage 92, the disciple raised a question when the teacher established with reasoning that drashtradi shabda nirdeshtaha One is indicated by the word drashta, shrota in the previous passage. Sakshi, in fact, his true nature is Sakshi, the witness. He's called drashta, the seer. So it was said earlier how na dushte drashtaram pashyehe. So you cannot see the drashta of the dushti. So the dushti, the drashta cannot be seen. And so what is indicated by drashta? Na shrutehe shrotaram shrunuyaha. You cannot hear the hearer of hearing. You cannot see the seer of seeing. You cannot think of the thinker of thinking. So the one that is indicated there by the seer, hearer, thinker, knower is in fact Sakshi. One cannot be seen, one can that the one who cannot be seen, the one who cannot be heard, the one who cannot be thought of, one who cannot be known, is the very knower, the very swarupa of the knower. One who cannot be seen by the eyes is the very swarupa of the seer. One who cannot be heard is the swarupa of the very hearer. So by the words drashta, shrota, manta, vijnata, that you cannot see the drashta, you cannot hear the shrota, you cannot think of the manta, you cannot know the jnata. What is meant is the very swarupa of the drashta, shrota. So sakshi, meaning by drashta literally means the seer. Shrota, the word, means literally the hearer. What is meant by those words, the seer, hearer, thinker, is the very swarupa of the seer, hearer, which is consciousness. Sakshi, Nitya Chaitanya Svabhavaha Siddha. So by that statement of the Upanishad, very clear. The one who cannot be seen, because of whom the seeing takes place. The one that cannot be seen, but because of whom the seeing takes place. One who cannot be heard, but because of whom the hearing takes place. Meaning that constantly, whenever any kind of perception or experience takes place, the one because of whom any perception, any experience, anything takes place, and therefore he is always there because so whenever any activity of seeing, hearing, thinking takes place, he is always there as the one that imparts the ability to see, hear, think, And when all of these are not there, meaning when seeing, hearing, thinking is not there, does it mean that that conscious is not there? No. Pasyanvai tanna pashyati. Even when one says that I do not see anything, the seeing is involved. When one thinks that I do not hear anything, the hearing is involved. So whenever seeing, hearing, thinking, knowing takes place, then it is because of the consciousness, because of which all this takes place. And even when none of these activities take place, then also the one who shines in one's own glory, that consciousness is Nitya. So Nitya Chaitanya Swabhava. So consciousness Nitya, because we said that even when one says I do not see, then also one sees, as will say shown. So when seeing, hearing, thinking, knowing takes place, it is understandable. So there is consciousness who makes it possible to see, hear, think, know. What about the situation when no seeing, no hearing, no thinking, no knowing takes place? Is that consciousness present at that time or not? That is a question. So when seeing takes place, we can understand that one that imparts eyes the ability to see is there. The eyes themselves being a product of matter, they are unconscious, and therefore When there is any activity in the unconscious, then the conscious being should be there. So when activities take place, when perception takes place, then it is understandable that the consciousness is there, which makes any perception possible. But what about when perception doesn't take place? So sushupte na pashyameti vyabhicharo darshito maya. Disciple says that all right, I can understand that in waking and dream states, when seeing, hearing, etc. takes place, then the consciousness because of whom or which the seeing, hearing takes place, that is, I can understand that it is there. But in Sushupti, in deep sleep, when none of these things is there is no seeing, no hearing, no thinking, no knowing. At that time, there is no consciousness. Or that is not simply an evidence that consciousness is there. The Shruti says that the fact that seeing takes place, hearing takes place, knowing takes place, itself is evidence of consciousness being there, because of which consciousness all these activities take place. But then the disciple says, what about the situation as in deep sleep? So we can understand, or it is understandable during the waking and dream states, which are characterized by seeing, hearing, thinking, knowing. And then the consciousness is there because of which the seeing, thinking, etc. takes place. But what about deep sleep? When there is no seeing, no thinking, no hearing, so one would conclude that there is no consciousness at that time, because then there is consciousness. That conviction arises as consciousness when the activities, the seeing, hearing, which are prompted by, illumined by consciousness are there. So it's understandable and easy to accept that there is consciousness in waking and dream states. In deep sleep state, there is no such activity. So where is the proof that there is consciousness? So disciple says that, now sir, you said that the waking and dream states where the activity of seeing, hearing take place, that consciousness is there. But in deep sleep state, there is no seeing, no hearing, and the world looks like there is no consciousness. So it is na vyahatatva. Sushupte na pashyamiti. In deep sleep state, I do not see anything, therefore there is no seeing, no consciousness. If seeing is evidence of consciousness being there, if hearing is evidence of consciousness being there, if light is evidence of electricity being there, I can understand light is there, heat is there, cold is there, all of these are there, so electricity is there. It is electricity because of which the bulb is able to light and heater is able to heat and refrigerator is able to cool. But what when none of these activities is there? Is electricity there or not? Looks like there is no electricity. But when do you say, I do not see anything in deep sleep state? That statement is made by a person when the person wakes up from the sleep and then says, in the sleep, I did not see anything. I did not hear anything. So that after waking up, you say that you did not see anything, you did not hear anything, you did not know anything, is evidence that seeing, hearing, knowing takes place. It is true. The seeing of a particular entity doesn't take place. Hearing of a particular entity doesn't take place. Knowing of a particular entity doesn't take place. But that doesn't switch off the seeing, hearing, thinking. So seeing, hearing, thinking is always there. The deep sleep state otherwise. Pashyanvaitanna pashyati. But then, did you say that I do not see anything in deep sleep state? That statement is made by the one who sees that I do not see anything. न तो तद्वितीयमस्ति यद विभक्तम विभक्तम यद पश्येत. What is absent there is not seeing. What is absent in deep sleep state is the particular object which makes seeing qualified. So qualified seeing is not there. Seeing is there. When there is a particular object such as a pot which I see, then I become a seer of pot and there is the seeing of the pot. Then seeing becomes qualified by an object such as a pot. When pot is not there, does the seer cease to be there? The pot depends upon the seer to be there, but the seer doesn't depend upon the pot to be there. And even when particular seeing is not there, seeing of pot is not there, there is no denial that seeing is there. Unqualified seeing, unqualified hearing, unqualified thinking, unqualified knowing is there. It is not that consciousness is there only when qualified seeing, hearing, thinking is there, which is the case in the waking and dream states. What is absent in deep sleep state is not consciousness, the qualification is absence. It is not seeing is absent in deep sleep state, qualified seeing is not there. What is qualified? Seeing a part or a cloth, hearing a particular sound, touching a particular cloth, etc. So this is a very important thing Vedanta says. Pashyan vai tanna pashyati. The deep sleep state, when one says one does not see anything, which means one does not see anything in particular, but not seeing anything in particular is not the negation of seeing as such. Not hearing something in particular cannot be equated to negation of hearing as such. Seeing, hearing is all there, light is all there, there's nothing to illumine. Like in the lamp in the theater, the lamp illuminating the whole theater is always there. The stage when dance etc. takes place, and the lamp illumines the presence of the dancing and everything else that is there. When the dancing performance is over and the dancer, goes behind the stage, and when everything also leaves and the whole theater is empty, what do you say? There is nobody there. When you say there is nobody there, then also illumination is there, illumination of the absence of everybody. Because how do you determine there is nobody there? That this dancer is there, the audience is there. How did you determine when all of them were illumined? Now, Mama, I don't see anybody, there is nobody there. Now, how do you say there is nobody there? Also, it is illumination of the absence of everybody. So Vedanta says that in the waking and dream state, consciousness illumines the presence of things. Deep sleep state, it illumines the absence of everything. Illumination cannot be denied because object of illumination is not there. The lamp or the light of the lamp cannot be denied because there is nobody here to be illumined. Because that there is nothing is also known in the light of the lamp. Similarly also, there is nothing in the deep sleep state that also is known in the light of the consciousness. So that experience that I do not see anything, that is being analyzed here. I said, na pashyami iti. I said that there seems to be no consciousness in deep sleep state because I don't see anything. The seeing is not there. So when I say I don't see anything, what am I denying? The object of seeing or the seeing itself? Pashyatah tava na pashyamiti vyahatam vachanam. When I say I do not see anything, understand that seeing takes place, except that at that time the seeing eliminates the absence of everything. And that way you could not say that I do not see anything without seeing. Vyahatam vachanam. He said, Nahi kadachit bhagavan sushupti maya chaitanam anyantva kinjit dristam. But Bhagavan, when I was there in deep sleep state, I do not see anything conscious or unconscious. Again, what is denied is the presence of conscious or unconscious things. But that does not amount to denial of seeing or illuminating things there. Seeing, hearing means illuminating. What is seeing? Illuminating the colors and forms. What is hearing? Illuminating sounds. So when the sounds are not there, what will this thing illuminate? But that does not mean illuminating in form of seeing, hearing is not there. So pashyam starhi sushupte tvam. When you say that in this deep sleep state, I do not see anything conscious or unconscious, then you are seeing Yasmat dushtameva pratishudeshi na dushtim. When you say I do not see anything, what you are denying is the object of seeing, not seeing. He says, I do not see anything. So in that sentence, that